The first question really is just wanting to know your general, how has your experience been at 232?
I guess in one word, it's been wonderful. It's been a great experience.
Yeah.
Just everything's really easy from the standpoint of what our responsibilities are and keeping Derek on track and having opportunities for him to have a showcase. He enjoys going weekly, and I think it's a great way to for him to balance something that he likes with a disciplined approach at getting better at it.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say are some of the ways you've seen him grow from a personal standpoint, character, that type of things? How have you seen him grow since his time at 232?
Well, he's been there since I think he was 6, and he's grown a lot. And he's grown in his patience. He's grown in his discipline, which I mentioned already. I think in his interactions really with teachers and adults as well. I think that he's had the opportunity to work through different things with the different teachers because of their different styles and ability to mesh or not. And just working through that, I think actually is really has been beneficial for him in a broader sense and even at school with knowing what the teachers are there for, that they're there to help. They're not trying to make things more difficult. And if you give them an opportunity, they're going to lead you to the things that you're trying to accomplish anyway. So that's one of the things that he's, I think, struggled with.
Sure. Can you think of some specific moments where you saw like just real joy for him in doing music? What were some of those moments that come to mind for you?
He loved having the opportunity to perform in front of folks. So the confidence piece, I don't know that just for him, he's for whatever reason he has it. So I don't know that it's grown or not, but it's given him the opportunity to lean into it, right? And embrace that confidence. So every time there's a show, he is so excited about it and looking forward to the opportunity to perform on the grand piano. Just loves how it sounds. He just thrives in that. His best performances are up on stage, and he loves that and really loves the opportunity almost too much, loves the opportunity for him to focus on his own music and arrangements, which that is his reason for being when it comes to music. So that is so fun to watch. And I'm really thankful that you guys allow him to do that because you never see him spend more time practicing than when he gets to do one of his own songs. So I think those are the biggest ones, really. And then I don't get to see this, just going back to him liking to play in front of people. He plays at school all the time. Just at random moments, they have a piano sitting there in the mornings and after lunch sometimes, and he'll have the opportunity to go up and play. And I think that's something he really enjoys.
Yeah, I love that. I love hearing how music makes its way outside of our studio, even. And I know there was one point where you guys were on a trip, I think, somewhere in Europe,
Yeah.
and you came back with this video of him performing on a grand piano in some hotel in Europe, right? And just that opportunity for him to be able to like share music literally across the world, right? It's just so cool.
So true.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think that I don't know that he feels that joy in that moment because in a way it's become every day for him, like playing piano and seeing a piano. Okay, this piano can't just sit here and not get played, but he just loves when I pull up the instrumentals of different songs that I can't play the full versions of, and he'll play the melody. He loves it. And like we were going through old Dr. Dre from 2000, 2001, or the album's 2001, and they have a whole instrumental deal, right? I can't play those songs for him, but the the instrumentals are extremely melodic. And he loved that. And he wants to make his practice that. And I'm like, well, we need to focus on the book and then we can do some of this fun stuff. But that's a nice, I won't say it's an easy way, but it's somewhat of an it's easier way to get him to do his practice. And then we can follow on with playing some of those and letting him match it. And I don't have the ability to know how piano lessons help him do that, but I've got to assume that it does.
Yeah. Well, and that is a way for you two to connect, right? So
Oh yeah.
you're able to pull out this piece that was a part of your growing up and something that, moved you. And now you can share that with him. And he gets to connect with something that you've connected with in the past, right? And how
Oh,
cool
it's
that is.
incredible.
That's one of the things we love is hearing how it brings music not just to that one person, but it brings music to a family. It puts music into a household, and who knows what might happen from there, right? Now
Yeah.
you get to play old school Dr. Dre beats with him, and
Well, I was looking for some way for us to connect on this stuff because I love music. I'm very musically inclined, so I think he gets some of his love of music from me on that level, but I've never learned how to play anything. So to be able to share it with him in some way is really great.
yeah. How have you felt supported with your time at 232? How have we been able to support you as a parent in helping facilitate these lessons for Derek?
I think initially we just thought this is you send him there and they tell him what to do and he does it or he doesn't. And it's working through some of the different things that came up, especially more earlier on for him, that showed us that, you guys are there to help on truly to help on more levels than just the musical side. And that has always been very appreciated. So it shows us how approachable you guys are. We've never felt that we can't talk about anything, really anything between you and Miss Rochelle and now Emma, who's been there for a while. So just having those relationships, even though it's 5 minutes a day and or if that, but I still feel like we're a phone call away and we're never hesitant to make that call or reach out if we have to. So I think that's been the biggest thing for us.
Yeah, I think that's the questions I wanted to ask you.
Great. Well, those are my heartfelt answers. And we've just loved working with 232. It goes back to the individual student, right? We've never been in this for mastery and you must be the best piano player ever. It's all the other stuff that we're talking about right now.
Right. 100%. 100%. And the amount of growth that's happened in all that other stuff, right?
Right.
Like that's the stuff, whether he plays piano the rest of his life, which we would love to see, or if he doesn't, there's all these things that happened that he is going to take with him the rest of his life, right? The discipline that's required, the creativity that's come out of him, the confidence in knowing that he can stand in front of people and be a showman when he does that, right? And learning some of those skills.
And every week, some focus on thoughtfulness with the word of the week thing and having them write something. I think that gives him an opportunity. He already is just, he's a really thoughtful, sweet kid, but it gives him a chance to reflect on it a little bit because I think, like me, we don't reflect a lot. We just like, what's next?
Yep. Yep. That pause moment where you actually stop, because you can think about all those concepts and even talk about them all, but to actually stop and write something down and actually put thought towards a question that's being asked about it, right? You're right. We're not very reflective. We're always thinking about that. What's the next thing? Always.
Yep.
So making sure that we're helping them pause and reflect on some of that bigger picture stuff. Really, really important to us. So I'm glad that you're seeing that and noticing that in Derek. Yeah, we just love having your family at the studio. Derek is such a joy to have as part of 232. And he really impressed me at that last recital where he did the mashup. he like combined two different songs and figured out how to do like a transition to be able to combine the two different, and like it's that kind of stuff. I just love seeing it. Anyway, it's a joy to have you
Cool.
guys part of the community and how you contribute to it. So
Yeah, well, we've loved it, and so glad to hear that it's been rewarding on both sides.
absolutely. Absolutely.